California visits and Chargers. Off we go from L.A. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the guy with the ball in his hands. This is probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that in Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want quick tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
3-yard pickup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun, and that's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. This is fielded at the 7. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. First carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the boss, Jerome Bettis. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Bettis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Bettis. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A run. This is Bettis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
Side, it's Bettis. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
3 brings up second and 7.
A carry now for Bettis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Chargers.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
From the gun, Jackson. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Second and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. the gun. It's Jackson. And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. As board here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard.
Well, the San Francisco 49ers, 2-2 on the year. They had road victories against both of the New York teams weeks 2 and 3, but they come home and fall to the Eagles on Sunday night 25-20. And Nick Mullins making his third start with Garoppolo out. And there were some folks whispering quarterback controversy in the Bay Area. Another strong performance could have really maybe heated things up, but Mullins was not particularly sharp. Threw 2 ugly interceptions, CD, one of which was returned for a touchdown. So ultimately, Kyle Shanahan turned to C.J. Beathard.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter of that one, and before Nick Mullins got rolling with the 49ers, a few seasons ago, C.J. Beathard played a good portion of the season. So they know what they have in him. Mullins had beat out Beathard for the number 2 spot. But Kyle Shanahan, the head coach, he had quelled all of that talk before about is there a quarterback controversy. He said flat out before this ball game, this is Jimmy Garoppolo's team. Nick Mullins totally cemented that with his performance in this one. So when you look at it in total, this is a Niners team that dropped a game we didn't expect them to lose. They're home now for Miami week 5, and then home against the Rams.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And Blake, the tight end's got it. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. That's a cornerback in for the sack. Tre'Davious White. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Tyler Lockett now with the return.
And it's a pretty good return here, so we'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And another tackle breaker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they try the right side here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Chargers 10. 49ers nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Jackson, the ball
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
at the 29-yard
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They go play action now. Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The veteran Andre Johnson the target on that one. But now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Smith catches left side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. That's busting for, and he will score. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Butker on for the PAT. Got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. To the air, Jackson following the pick six, completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs.
Jackson on the
last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 39-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
They go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
35-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Edmonds on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First and goal with Lamar Jackson leading the charge, the 23-year-old quarterback. And if they find the end zone here, they'll reach that number 23 on the scoreboard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
He was brought down.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second and goal from inside the 5. And again this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brought down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And the lead is now 24. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
49ers nothing.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Today's final.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT. With that, we say so long, everybody.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, the coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
We're set for football, and we are underway from Atlanta. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his fourth year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Get used to that, folks. The Falcons are going to look number 11's way early and often, and he's onto the stat sheet already on the first play from scrimmage.
Mahomes now on first down. Got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
The quick snap caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Lockett the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Minka Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. They shakes him off. He's going to go up top again. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
A gain of 45.
It's a big one there for the Chargers. 45 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Andre Johnson, the target on that one. And it's second down.
Brings up second.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Number 80.
Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Chargers.
Jerry Rice. Touchdown.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Yes, indeed. Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley State. I remember when he broke into the league, and the nickname Flash was the one he was trying to get to catch on. As it turned out, he didn't need a nickname. 197 receiving touchdowns in the NFL, added on 10 rushing, and even had a fumble recovery for a total of 208 in his career.
By far the most all-purpose touchdowns in league history. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta Falcons here getting the football back, and this is a team that, boy, you feel for them. They've had some heartbreaking losses, and then week 4, a tough one on the road to go play Green Bay, and they drop that. The season now you feel hanging by a thread at 0-4, and they'll look for their first victory in week 5 as they do go back home hosting Carolina in a division game before going back up north to face the Minnesota Vikings in week 6. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Second and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. That coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
This one caught by Ridley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Mahomes again. It's he'll go down back at the 12. Jack Youngboy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Dan Bailey on the
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try.
29-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Falcons 10, Chargers 7.
Drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. They feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going in.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. They got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jackson from the shotgun. Nearly picked off there. It would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there.
Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Team on the and he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. The last 2 guys on the cover of Madden going toe-to-toe here, and a great one brewing in the third. Everything we'd expect from Mahomes and Jackson, 2 of the best young stars in the game. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Shortens the tackle.
Nice.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To about the 30.
36, Jerome Bettis.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll give him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Again, they'll run with Bettis. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Down, Chargers.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
47-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. There he goes, right side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 25 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time, a 9-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down 21-10. Just over a minute 40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now on first down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Roddy White, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. He pulled it in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 58 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Back to throw. Mahomes. And he's got it. So the try for 2 is successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And they give this time to the tailback. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Gain on the play. 1st down, Los Angeles.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.